Hello guys, this is trade recap for the 2nd of September 2025. I took one trade today, no, two trades today. They both lost and I'm down 800 on the day. So yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, it's been a pretty rough day. Pretty shit day actually. On and off the charts. I'm not gonna get into detail, but let's get into this trade. Basically, basically, I was I was bearish today. No, I was for bearish for most of the day, but bullish on market open. But I just thought we would go a bit higher. Let's see. So basically, on the daily, we had. Let me actually go back. Let me replay a bit. Delete. So, bang. Okay, never mind. I guess fucking replay doesn't work when you're on the daily. Yeah. Okay, whatever. So on the daily, we had these lows intact. These lows, which are, as you can see, like we sold off quite a shit ton, so I thought we would take this low out. Like these lows. That was just a strong draw on liquidity. So yeah, if we go into the, let's go into the 4 hour real quick. So yeah, now it's, oh no, never mind, it's still like that. Yeah, I wanted to see these lows be swept because we sold off massively since last Thursday. It's like what, 600 points, 600 points, and yeah. So going into the day, I wanted to see these lows, but unfortunately they got taken before market open. Before market open, so let's fast forward a bit. Bang! This is. Let's go on the 5 minute. Oh my, this is 9:10. Bang. At 9:30 exactly, we just sweep the low end. I thought this was the Judas swing, the manipulation, you know. But if I was to mark out, the standard deviation from this manipulation leg, perfectly lines up with these highs. So this was my draw on liquidity. These highs on these London highs that were within a fair value gap, and they're relatively equal. I also wanted to see this low resistance, but yeah, we'll see. You will see how it played out. Basically, I record. Basically, off market open. This should have been my entry, honestly. Like, there's everything: manipulation, changing the state of delivery, inverse fair value gap, bang, enter long, target at least this low resistance, stop at below the consequent encroachment of this wick, which is like somewhere here. And yeah, this would have been perfect trade. But I honestly ended up chasing price. Um, yeah, I wanted to see some sort of retrace, and we just kept on pumping. We swept this low resistance liquidity with no like 5 minute retraces at all, and we formed an SMT here. However, I was still confident in these highs here, as you know, the standard deviation 2 and 2.5 lines up perfectly with these highs here, and the manipulation from the 930 Judas swing. And I saw that we retraced into this bullish fair value gap, and we had a BPR here on the 5 minute and 15 minute. Let me actually mark out the 15. So this was the 5 minute gap overlap with the 15 minute BPR. and I wanted to see longs from here despite this SMT and despite us like rejecting these bearish gaps here. I was just confident in this draw here because we already swept the main draw on liquidity. I think why we were bearish since Thursday was to sweep these lows. Since we already swept them and we had this good move up, I thought that would just continue this momentum up to these highs. So I zoomed in onto the 2 minute and waited. I actually took my first trade. Wait 1 second. I also noticed this volume imbalance. I wanted to see this volume imbalance be inversed and then I enter long. So I initially entered long when on this candle, like up here when like the body was actually inversing the gap, the volume imbalance I mean. And this was my first trade, but I took this off early. Why is this not? I took this off early at around here because we like around here exactly where price is right here, because we actually didn't end up inversing this volume imbalance on this candle. I thought we did, and I prematurely entered, and then I lost 300 here. And I was like, okay, let me actually wait for it to be inversed. I don't know why trading these like, and bang, it got inversed. Here I entered, I think like here. Like at this point, I knew we were gonna inverse it when price was here. My stop was here and also on the 1 minute. If we zoom in, we had manipulation here and SMT right here within the 5 minute and 15 minute BPR. And if you mark out the standard deviation again from this manipulation leg, which created the SMT, wait, the 2 to 2.5 actually lined up again with these highs. Like, yeah, the 2.5 actually quite well, like, not perfectly, but it was similar to the manipulation we had at 9:30. So I was pretty confident in the trade, but I think it didn't play out because of this bearish SMT and just I honestly don't know why it didn't play out. It just happens sometimes. Not everything plays out, and I think I entered on this candle, like here. My entry here is my entry. My stop was at this low. My target was here. This was the trade, and yeah, we were in some profit for a bit, but as you can see, ended up being stopped out and lost 800. I think it's partially also because I guess the draw was lower. The draw is lower. I guess this SMT actually. Maybe here. Maybe we go down. But yeah. And there was no bearish news today. The market was kind of just shitting just because of Trump's health, and I think it's bullshit. Honestly, like people say that politicians are about to die all the time. You know, it's just like until they die or until like they're on their deathbed and there's a picture, I won't believe it. So yeah, you can see here these were just the executions. Here the first trade lost 300, second trade lost like 500, and yeah, just ended up shitting since then. Honestly, kind of a rough day, but every loss is a lesson learned. Yeah, and I guess I shouldn't. I mean, nah, I don't really have emotions attached to the trading. Even though I felt shit most of the day, because of something that happened off the charts, I don't think that influences my decision making. Maybe it does. I don't know. we'll see. But yeah, this was trade. See.